Hi, my name is John, and I'm an addict in recovery. And today I'm dealing with a little bit of frustration, and we just wanted to talk about that feeling in particular. Uh, how difficult sometimes it is to deal with, uh, because of its uncomfortability and the way it makes you feel. And of course, I mean, there's a variety of things that have caused the frustration. Things that don't seem to be going the way I think they should, or like looking at something and wanting it to be a certain way, and you know, like uh, like just getting frustrated because like things, maybe because they keep happening, or the situation continues to happen, and like like I think that things should be a different way, and it's not just one thing, it's everything, like the media, everything that's happening at some other state, or things that are happening in the news, things that are happening in society, things that are happening in my life, you know having you know disagreements with people, and you know uh things that are happening at the home group that I go to and stuff like that, and just a bunch of frustration, and you're just getting frustrated, and like today I can recognize the feeling, like like I identify what the feeling is, and I know what it is today. And there was a time when I didn't know what it was, and I just called it, like I feel like shit. you know and I'm sure that a lot of you identify, or I feel, effed up, and I'm sure that a lot of you identify with that, but anyway, I'm, it kind of like, you want to take a deep breath, and you know, uh, the feeling is very uncomfortable to deal with sometimes, and you just wish that it would just move on, and heavy up and leave, and just get through it, and sometimes I'm bothered by the fact that my mind has to take me there, or that something, that in me, that I that I even care. What I'm saying, like that something inside of me, just chooses to care about something that I have sometimes no power over, or that I have, that I can't do anything about, or and and just just getting frustrated at the fact that things could, that things should be better, or that people should be better, or that they should act better, or that they should understand, or you know and sometimes even to the point where, like, like I blame, you know the God of my understanding, because like I feel like sometimes they ain't doing anything about it, or but I forget that we all have free choice, and we all have free will, and you know and and God doesn't step in the way of that, and he doesn't he doesn't step in the way of not allowing us to be who we are, or what we choose to be, or what we choose to do, and so I'm so grateful, you know, that I am clean today. I am grateful, that that I can feel these feelings, and like because there was a time when like I choose to not feel those feelings, and I cover them up. So you know anyway, I'm dealing with a bit of frustration, today, and that frustration um, can seem to get in my way sometimes. Like, I mean, as far as my thinking and stuff, and making my day uncomfortable. And the funny thing about it is that feeling this feeling, I might turn around and have the tendency to take it out on other people, thinking that they have something to do with the way I'm feeling, and they don't. So like I have to remember that I'm the one feeling this feeling, and it has nothing to do with other people, and like, or you know like me talking to somebody else and thinking that they had something, like they might turn around and say something. And sometimes I feel like that, sometimes somebody says something, and because of the way I'm feeling, like I take it wrongly, or I become defensive, or like I respond incorrectly, and I don't like when that happens. I don't like, um, dealing with something incorrectly, and you know, not talking to people properly and appropriate and everything. So but it's not an easy feeling to deal with, but you can deal with it, and hopefully I'll find a little bit of peace of mind even talking about it right now, you know, and I'd be able to like calm down and gather my thoughts, and maybe a little prayer and meditation sometimes helps, and sometimes just being still helps, and sometimes reading helps, and sometimes like somebody else calling me up and talking to me about something else, um, can get me, like pretty much out of my situation, or out of the frustration that I'm feeling, and maybe some good news, or maybe seeing things in a different manner, you know um but thank God for the steps. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm powerless over certain things, and it's a good thing that I know that, and that I know that sometimes I need a power greater than myself to restore me sanity, and that I know that in order for me to receive any help from that power greater than myself, that I had to turn my will and my life over to some of those suggestions, and to sometimes that power greater than myself, and then that like that I look at myself, and that I look at what can I do about it, what difference can I make about the whole situation, and and of course talking to somebody else about it, and maybe getting like confessing it to somebody else, and showing like, because like basically it's kind of like going down the steps and then looking at to find out whether it's something that I'm doing wrong, or that that I have a shortcoming in, or that I hang on to it, and you know that's how I work the steps. You know what I'm saying? That's the process. Thank God for the process. Thank God for the steps, man, because I would be lost. I'd be completely lost, and you know, I, I, I can't imagine, what life would be like right now if I didn't have a process to follow, and I'm so grateful for that process. I'm so grateful that I have a way out. I'm so grateful that, that I can learn, that I can deal with these things and feel them today, and be able to be all right with myself. So, anyway, that's my take on frustration, on dealing with some frustration. And, you know, um, there's probably not going to be a lot of people who are going to watch this video, but, for those of you that do, there's hope after drugs, there's hope after addiction, there's hope, even when you do something wrong, there's hope, so, just keep coming back, and just keep showing up, and just keep telling, like just keep making that decision not to use, and things are gonna get better regardless, how many mistakes you make, But anyway, if nobody told you they love you today, I love you, and so does God of my understanding. Thank you for listening.